And this is a team that stands out on and off the court. It's the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this season has been full of surprises. Greg, what's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The guard pair for him, Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams. Chet Holmgren out there with Ivica Zubac. And that one, good.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Holmgren. His three-pointer's off the mark. They set the pick. Here is Shakur. Tries it from the top of the key. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Williams. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Samaki sinks the 15-footer.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Here is Shakur. 23 points his last outing. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 8.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocked away. Pass to Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. With the... And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup off target.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's Bledsoe on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Shakur. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Thunder trailing by 8. Outside Williams. From downtown, connects from three-point range.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Screen by Porzingis. Shakur. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, he certainly had trouble finding the mark this quarter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Samaki releases from the wing and drills it. Trailblazers leading by 3. To the right side. Here is Shakur. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it.
Shakur. First personal foul. First team foul.
From deep.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Pass to Bledsoe. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Now we get a chance to check out Chet Holmgren.
The past month has been surreal, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. And Portland making a change here. Portis is checked in. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at Portland. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And of course, there's the Thunder right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And when I look at Oklahoma City,
with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
To the paint, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
he takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
To the inside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And with this group, the term record-setting might be an understatement when you look at their accomplishment on the road. Over 35 wins. It just doesn't even compute.
And they've somehow figured out pretty much every team in the NBA and how to beat them. So they are the team to watch as we get into the playoffs.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Well, that's already his second foul, and that puts the coach in a tough position.
Second team foul.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, I was able to talk with the head coach of the Blazers for a minute. And he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Shakur. A shot missing.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Zubac. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist from Zubac. And now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Shakur. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Drills it from outside. 7 points in the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Thunder. Outside Portis. Shot clock at 6. Here's Porzingis. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Williams passes to Zubac. Lets the 3 fly. Williams' shot is off. Portland leading by 6. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis kicks to Shakur. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. Let's see the stat sheet here for him.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Steal numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He'll need to put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Shot clock at 3. Good on the shot. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one. Consistent from out beyond the arc.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop him? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a showing.
Now Caruso. There's the pick. Bledsoe dishes to Shakur. Portis in the post. Caruso, bounce pass. Shakur passes to Bledsoe. Shoots over Gonzalez. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
And they've done the job.
Alex Caruso out there with Allen. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Bledsoe in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Pass to Allen. Back to Caruso. Portis sets the pick for Caruso. Allen for the 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now here's Holmgren. Still without a basket.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Pass to Caruso. Barnes against Bledsoe. Over Barnes. No good from Bledsoe. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Nuggets.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Caruso, the pass to Bledsoe. And the three ball is good. Bledsoe's got the lead up to 14 now for Portland.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. From the arc. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Thunder trailing by 12. Johnson in the corner. Over Allen. Johnson can't hit. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pass to Bledsoe. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Lets it go from deep. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points.
They're taking advantage of every mistake. That their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Shakur. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal
That
foul.
one on Williams.
Second team foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Blazers.
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Pass to Thor. Makes it off the glass. Thor's got his first basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's time for an injury report.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Oklahoma City. He informed me that the knee was bent slightly backwards and is indeed hyperextended, but that there does not appear to be any structural damage. Hopefully, Kevin will be able to still see him out on the floor with his team during the playoffs.
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. This is his first free throw of the game.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Barnes. That one goes in.
And Matador defense
That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
It's tipped. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Samaki. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Hey, Stan, as a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think two things. Number one, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
Yeah, and he also plays with great confidence, taking a shot there that other guys might have turned down.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. He's perfect from the line this time. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young. Now a timeout called by Portland, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. Here is Shakur. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Out to Gonzalez. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Gonzalez has got 5 now.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Can they get it? Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
It's rebounded by Porzingis. Portland leading by 3. Here is Shakur. And Gonzalez pulls it down.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
A shot by Shakur, no good.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
Here's Holmgren. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Here is Shakur. Kicked away. Oh, and here comes Gilgeous-Alexander all alone. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Pass to Bledsoe. A 3-ball. Can't hit that one.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
It's all tied in Portland. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
In the spirit of recognizing greatness, I'd like to recognize Shaq as our big fella of the month.
Thank you. As the half went on, you could see they were forcing shots, rushing things. You have to stay patient.
And be unpredictable.
And that is our...
Well, we hope you're enjoying your Easter as we are here, as we get underway once again. So for Oklahoma City right now, the guard pair for him, Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams. Ivica Zubac is out there with Chet Holmgren. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. Just 2 to shoot. The shot by Williams, no good. And for Portland, they're shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Zubac. Zubac has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here is Shakur, looking to end his cold spell. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. And here is Zubac. Samaki. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here is Shakur. He's got 11. Rebound by Williams.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Holmgren. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And now we get a chance to check out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Second in scoring, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. For the lead, and that's good off the glass that time. 16 points for him. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Pass to Holmgren. Shoots the 3. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Holmgren.
Yeah, they get 1 to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Now Bledsoe. Here is Shakur. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync there.
And the wide-open shot from Bledsoe. Off target with his three.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Here is Shakur. Pass to Porzingis. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Porzingis.
And what a luxury to run pick and rolls with Porzingis. He can roll to the basket or pop out for that jump shot.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for him.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
From deep, Williams. Portland grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Dan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
There's Shakur, and there's the drive, and the basket is good.
Really, really good.
Recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. A baseline J, and he gets the jumper to drop. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, I know we don't want to jinx it, but he's still perfect from the field in this quarter.
Here is Shakur. He's got 13. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Just 4 to shoot. Porzingis can't hit. The Thunder with the lead. Pass to Holmgren. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Portis, he's checked in for Portland. Bledsoe against Williams. Here is Shakur. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end, just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Porzingis. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Nice D from Porzingis. Portland trails by 4. Bledsoe with him. Williams picks him up. Driving inside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip to the middle. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Porzingis. Here is Shakur. Screen by Porzingis. The 17-footer goes down. 15 points in the game. And so here is Oklahoma City. Outside Williams. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Here is Shakur. Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. They set the screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Portland grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And a brief check of the stats for Williams. Over the last month, getting it done. He's around 14 points per game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Portland trails by 4. Portis a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. For 3, Bledsoe gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bledsoe's got 12.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Samaki. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Outside for Bledsoe. The 3. Second chance shot. With a break in the end. And here are the Trailblazers now, trailing by 5. Over to the left wing. Here's Shakur. Pulls it. He's got 21.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Stewart in the corner.
Shooting break. So much. 2 shots. Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
So the Thunder 5 right now. They've got Ivica Zubac, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. Bledsoe taking his time here. Clock at 4. Launches a 3. The shot will not fall. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And Portland making a change here. Shakur is checked in, and a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Gonzalez. Bledsoe outside. Stewart with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, that goes in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Samaki. And it's Portland with the rebound, led by as many as 14 points. He takes it in. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Oklahoma City's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Williams scanning the floor. Down low, here's Thor. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Takes it inside. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. One-on-one fast break. Samaki. And such a nice move to make the basket work.
Timeout,
and now a 4-point Oklahoma City lead. Timeout, Blazers. He's checked in for Portland. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Holmgren's checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers coach was going over with his guys. Now, he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thanks, David. Samaki. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Here is Shakur. There's the screen. Shoots from the high post. The Thunder pull it in. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fader on the way. That one doesn't drop. Portland trails by 3. There's Shakur. To Porzingis. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from the line. That shot is off.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving it around. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Portland trails by 4. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing right side. Shakur. Nailed from three-point land. 24 points for him.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Samaki trying Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. .106 left in the game. Pass to Bledsoe to take the lead. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here is Shakur. Screened by Porzingis. Drives to the hoop.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for two, Shakur.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within two. And so he makes both from the line.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
A fadeaway. It's good.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Timeout Blazers. Second separating the shot clock and game clock. There's Shakur. Yes!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. The Thunder call timeout. Seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Timeout, Blazers. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Here is Shakur. To tie it up. Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Yeah, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The Thunder call timeout. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll do it, folks. with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David